football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers now. This is my official Romero versus Ismael Barosso post-fight review. I had to step outside real quick just to check in with you guys and let you guys know my thoughts on the fight, because man, first and foremost, the result of the fight is a controversial ninth round stoppage for Rolly over Barosso, but just a weird fight. You know, Rolly was extremely tentative. I think, you know, with this being his first fight at 140, you know, there was a lot of people who didn't really know a whole lot about Ismael Barosso because they don't watch boxing. But Ismael Barosso, to his credit, for years, you know, he's been a puncher. He's a southpaw power puncher. So whether we're talking about guys like Zhang Zhilei at heavyweight, or you know, the guys like Merjan at featherweight, southpaw power punching fighters can present some serious problems. David Morrell, they can always present serious problems, no matter how old and no matter how slow they are. You fight a southpaw with any sort of punching power, that can give you problems. But what really concerned me, because I mean, a lot of people are going to make a big deal about the knockout and the fact that Rolly got dropped by Barosso, and you know, it is what it is. Rolly is a fighter with a lot of flaws. It does a lot of unorthodox things, so he's going to be prone to making a lot of technical mistakes. He hops backwards. You know, he uses a lot of his athleticism to get out of range and cover ground when he's punching. So sometimes in doing that, an opponent can catch him while he's jumping backwards and knock him off balance, and that's what Barosso did. Barosso timed him when he was going backwards, and he hit him with a nice straight left hand that knocked him off balance and scored a knockdown. Barosso looked dangerous in this fight for a multitude of reasons. Now, number one, Barosso's positioning was great. You know, his feet, even when Rolly was moving and doing all this excessive movement, Barosso kept showing the ability to keep his foot on the outside of Rolly and get that lead foot leverage to be in the right position to punch. So that helped. That helped him greatly, even when Rolly was moving around a lot. Secondly, Rolly tasted that power, and he tried to box Barosso. But see, Rolly's problem is, and this has been his problem for many years now. This was his problem when he fought Jackson Mourinez. This is his problem towards the latter stages of the Tank fight. This is his problem in this fight and many fights he's had. For all the athleticism he has and all the movement he can show, he doesn't really have any of those nuanced skills that you need to fight the kind of fight he was trying to fight early on against Barosso. He doesn't probe with his jab. He's not a guy that really has any sort of feints. So the thing with Rolly is, when you're fighting him, if he commits to any shot, if he moves at all, you know he's throwing a shot. You know he's either moving to make a defensive move, or you know he's gonna go throw a shot. There is no in between. There is no feint, probe, sidestep. You know, none of that stuff. There's no mixture in his attack. So he becomes predictable for fighters. You know, and you know, the thing is, Barosso got his respect instantly with that punching power, and Rolly didn't really have success until, like, I forgot which round he scored the knockdown. I mean, maybe it was like round 6 or 7 or something like that. He didn't have success until he really pushed the pace and turned it into a street fight, which is what he really should have been doing maybe a little earlier in the fight. But again, I'm not in the ring, so easy for me to say, right? All the way in Japan, watching it on my phone. But that was when he had his most success, because Rolly's probably biggest strength is not his athleticism. It's not even his punching power. It's his physical strength. His ability, when you get in the trenches, to just say, you know what, I don't care, F you, and kind of be a spiteful fighter. That's what makes Rolly actually. That's what's gotten Rolly so far. It's not boxing skills. It's not punching power. It's not athleticism. It's his physical strength and his spitefulness. That's what's been winning him a lot of these fights, believe it or not, to even get to this point. But he gets the win. Horrible stoppage by 20 weeks. This gives me horrible flashbacks of back in the day when 20 weeks, when Andre Ward hit Sergey Kovalev in the nuts twice, and Tony Weeks credited him with a stoppage. You know, Tony Weeks has always been a referee that I've always, been suspicious of whenever I see him in the ring. I understand that being a referee is a thankless job, so I don't want to be too harsh on referees, but this is trash. This is horrible. And the fact that he didn't want to do an interview with Jim Gray after the fight to explain his position, the fact that the Nevada Commission jumped up out of there and they didn't want to explain anything, it just kind of shows you, like, accountability in boxing is not really a thing. So the thing is, Rolly gets the WBA belt. He gets the WBA belt. He calls out Ryan Garcia, which, believe it or not, might be one of his most winnable fights at 140. Because Ryan's coming off a knockout loss. Ryan, defensively, there's a lot of things he's got to clean up. So that could actually be a good fight. But he gets the belt, and this paper's over the cracks in the fact that, Rolly Romero, for lack of a better term, he's food. He's absolute food for the whole 140 division. I don't care, we're talking Prograis, Liam Paro, Ergashev, Kenneth Sims Jr., O'Hara Davies. You name the contender, I'll tell you Rolly's food for them, because you're not gonna beat these guys at 140 with just your physical strength. It's gonna take more than that to really do anything at 140. So he's in trouble, honestly. I'm being honest with you. He better go, I can't even say go fight some guys outside top 15, because now he's got a belt. Now I believe he's got to fight O'Hara Davies. Now I also believe, I think maybe Kenneth Sims is going to be in line for the belt as well. So, because he beat Akhmedov on the undercard in an eliminator fight. So he's going to have to fight some high-level guys. And, may God be with him. May God be with him, because he's going to really need it. He does not have... and I'm saying, and by the way, I'm saying this as a Rolly fan. Like, I like Rolly. Truthfully, I like Rolly so much, and I love what he brings to the sport so much. I hope he become undisputed 140 champion. So this is not a hatred video. This is just me keeping it a spade and keeping it 100. He's food. He needs to really clean some shit up. Like, I know Bullet's his guy and he's loyal, but he needs to get rid of Bullet as his coach. Bullet is not teaching Rolly nothing. And you know what? Y'all can love Gervonta Davis. Y'all can hate Gervonta Davis. But he was right about one thing. They ain't talking about no skills. They ain't talking about nothing. And this fight right here, more than any fight, should be a huge wake-up call. But it may be too late in the ball game, because now he's got a belt. Yeah, like I was saying, now he's got a belt. Now he can't take developmental fights. He can't fight guys outside of top 15, top 20, and things like that. He needs to really go out here and fight, these high-level fighters. Otherwise, they'll strip him, or he'll get called a duck, or whatever the case may be. So it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, this fight's a shame. Credit to Ismael Barosso, though. This is a guy on Barosso. On a positive note, this is a guy that's been in the rankings for a long time. Barosso. I remember years ago when he was promoted by Greg Cohen, and he was a win or two away from getting a Crawford fight. People don't realize that he was legitimately one or two wins away from maybe getting a Crawford fight, until he lost to Anthony Crawler. I think it was Anthony Crawler. And Ismael Barosso has been around for a long time, and he hasn't been able to get the opportunity. Unfortunately for him, he's a Venezuelan fighter who's a southpaw who can punch hard, and his record's not pretty either. So that hasn't worked for him, and he got stopped by Crawler. So these things haven't worked out for him. He gets overlooked a lot. But tonight, when he got his call, when he got his chance to perform, for a guy of his age, they say he's 40, but obviously people think he's older. I think he performed very well. He answered the call, and he didn't get what he wanted, but I think Ismael Barosso definitely put on a good performance, and it was a good fight, really. He's the one who made the fight, to be honest. Like, if I'm just being all the way 100, I know Rolly won the fight because Tony Weeks bailed him out. But this fight was only a fight because of Barosso, not because of Rolly. Rolly, for all the talk of being this big power puncher, he looked like a C-class Cuban amateur tonight, and that's just fact. So I wish him the best, but that's the honest truth about Rolly Romero. He needs to really take a long look in the mirror and clean some things up and fast, because if not, Judgment Day is coming again. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who do you want to see Rolly fight next? leave your comments down below. Take time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take it, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hantanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.